Okay, good evening everyone. Good evening sir. Today I'll be demonstrating as Aral Usap Tayo, a Java-based real-time messaging application. It lets users register, log in, and exchange messages through a simple and interactive chat interface. Um, so first, kailangan muna natin na i-open yung folder sa ActiveMQ. Ito. Then, click yung bin, yung Win64, and then ito, para run yung ActiveMQ. Okay na? So, ito po yung backend ng application.
Ano?
Mag-enter po tayo ng username. May default na po ito na Ana. And Lisa yung isa. Yan. Ito po yung interface kapag nag-login na. Pwede po ditong mag-log out. Log out. Let's try to register some names. Let's try it. Vincent Hermoso. Yung password. Registered successfully. And then, itry nating i-log in. And, na-open na po yung account ni Vincent. And then, ito po yung existing users, which is si Ana and si Lisa. Let's try naman po na mag-message kay Lisa. May hello na po. Hello. I-login natin si Lisa. Ito pa, nakikita pa. Ayan, makikita po natin dito yung user interface ni Vincent at ni Lisa. So, dito po is nag-message si Vincent para kay Lisa and makikita natin na may blue dot which is ito po, makikita po dito yung unread messages. Ibig sabihin po ng blue dot is unread messages na galing sa existing user. And may ano po yan. Ito na po yung galing kay Lisa na messages. Try naman po natin na message ni Lisa si Vincent. Send it. Ayan. May blue na po. And nandyan na yung message. And to confirm po na nasa user messages XML, let's open the folder for Netflix projects under chat. And ito pong XML. Makikita po natin dito yung sender, receiver, and yung text. And then may timestamp po, which is yung time. And ayan na po. And also, meron din po ditong users, yung mga existing users, nakalist na po. Ayun. Yung nare-record po dito yung password and yung username. And let's try to open naman po yung ActiveMQ dito. Ayan, makikita po natin dito yung mga list ng number of pending messages, number of consumers, message in queue, and message DQ. So, ayun lang po. Let's proceed for back-end explanation. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Tapos, ngayon, i-explain naman namin ang ating codes. First, we have package com.chat. So, this declares that the class belongs to the com.package. So, it is a standard Java convention for grouping related classes together, especially in larger projects. Tapos sunod, merong import java.awt. So, shortcut yan para sa lahat ng mga graphics and layouts. Tapos yung mga tools na ginagamit ng Java. So, dito galing yung mga bagay like colors, font, yung mga dimension, yung graphics 2D, lahat ng mga mga design ba. Then yung mga flow layout, tapos border layout. Next, import java.awt event. Yan naman yung nag-handle sa mga events, yung mga button click, mga button clicks. Isa-isa lang pre, dito muna sa import java.io. Hindi isa-isa. Yung import java.io naman, dito galing yung mga file handling classes. So for example, ginagamit natin yung file para ma-access yung user.xml, pati yung messages.xml sa disk. So yun, next, import java.time. Tas import java.time format. Para naman yun sa oras and formatting. Local time, pagkuha ng current time, tapos daytime formatter para ma-display siya. Like, for example, ngayong oras 9:31 p.m. Ganon. Next, import java.util. Ano naman yan pang collections. Diyan galing yung mga hash maps, yung maps na ginagamit natin para mag-store ng data like username, password, and kung sino yung may mga unread messages. So ayun, next. Ano yan? Import javax.jms. So yan yung wildcard na import. So, lahat ng JMS interfaces pwede mong gamitin sa sa pamamagitan niyan. So, like connection, session, destination, message producer, message consumer, and etc. Ayun. Next, import javax.jms.message. So, yan yung parang ini-import yung messages kasi kung wildcard lang, kasi kung javax.jms lang, nagkakaroon ng conflict sa ibang messages, class doon sa ActiveMQ. So, para safe, hiwalay yung dalawa. Ayan. Then, next. Sunod. JavaX.swing. So yan naman yung built-in na GUI ng ng Java. O dyan galing yung mga UI components like JFrame, JPanel, button, mga labels, tapos text fields. So, yun, yung mga ganun. Dyan galing yan. Next, import JavaX, that's swing border. So, hiwalay yan na import. Yung mga empty border, nandyan. Tapos, ayun. Para hiwalay, hindi yun kasama sa main.javax ba? Next, import java.xml parser. So, dyan naman galing yung mga document builder, mga document builder factory. So, basically yan sila yung nagpa-parse ng XML file from disk into memory na naka-DOM style. Ayun. Then, next, import JavaX transform. Input JavaX transform, tapos import JavaX transform.dom, transform.stream, yung tatlo. So, sila naman yung nag-write ng XML. Yun. Limutin nyo pala. Sila nag-write ng XML from pabalik sa file ba. So, may transformer like DOM source, stream result, para ma-save yung DOM na ginawa natin. Next, import org.apache.activemq.active connection factory. So, yan yung special class para ma-connect sa ActiveMQ message broker. So, siya yung bridge para makapag-send and makapag-receive ng messages. Then, ayan. Import.org.w3c.com. So, yan naman yung wildcard. Yung wildcard na in-import para sa lahat ng DOM classes. Like, document, mga element, node list, mga node. Tas, yung ginagamit para mag-navigate at mag-edit ng XML content. Ayun. Next. Dito naman sa main class. Public class messenger.app. Yung JFrame, di ko nakikita ba? Basta yung JFrame, yun yung login window sa labas na na lumalabas pag pinag-start mo yung yung app. Tapos yung static JFrame naman, yan naman yung main chat window na makikita mo after mo mag-login successfully doon sa app. Tapos, yun, since magkaparehas lang naman sila, basically, dalawang windows lang siya. So, isa pang login, isa pang chat. So, ginawa silang static para accessible anywhere. Yung basta accessible anywhere sa code. Unlike yung original na naka-private static. So, dyan, mas open siya. Pero, package level lang. Next, static JPanel. Static JPanel. Yung kaliwang panel, pre, saan ba yan? Yan. Ito yung panel sa left side na makikita natin. So, basically, contact list kung saan parang contact list kung saan naka-stack yung lahat ng user button. Ayan, makikita nyo. Next is static JPanel, gitnang panel. Ito naman yung center area. So, dito lumalabas yung mga chat bubbles. Ayun. Next, static JText field, text input dito. Ayan. Diyan naman makikita yung text field sa baba sa nagta-type ng text. Yung type bar ba? Etong sa baba na to. Ayun, tapos next, static J scroll panel. So, scroll wrapper siya para sa gitnang panel. So, para pwede mo siyang i-scroll. And also, nag-auto scroll din siya kapag may bagong message na lumalabas. So, ayan. Next is the static final date formatter. Yan yung formatter na ginagamit para sa oras. Nakaset siya sa 12 hours format, like AM to PM. Like ngayon 9:39 PM. Ayun, tama. So ginawang static final para constant na. So meaning hindi siya paulit-ulit na na gagawa ng bagong formatter. So every time na nagsasend ka ng message, so ibig sabihin tipid sa memory and mas efficient. Ayun. So sunod is the static string. Static string ako to. So dito nakastore yung username na nakalagin. So once na nakalagin ka, andyan na siya for the whole session. Next, static string, kausap ko ngayon. Ayan. Ito naman yung username na currently selected contact sa list. Default na para ma-check muna kung may napili ba bago mag-send ng message. Tapos sunod, JLabel. Ito naman yung label sa taas ng chat area. So nagdi-display siya ng pangalan ng kausap mo, and by default nakalagay doon is select user. Next, static hash map string, mga tao dito. Yan. Dito nakastore yung lahat ng username and passwords. So na-load siya from user.xml pag nag-start ng app. Susunod, static hash map string. Sa baba, ito naman yung list contact buttons sa sidebar. Para madali update yung button, like lagyan ng unread dot without rebuilding the whole list. Ayan. Sunod, static hash map string boolean. May bago ba? Ayan. Tracker kung may unread messages si user. Kapag true, ibig sabihin may bagong messages. Lalabas yung blue dot doon sa button niya. Tapos sunod, static object lock lang. Yun lock, pang lock lang siya. Pang plain object lang siya na ginagamit as lock kapag may dalawang threads. Yung JMS listener at yung UI thread. Sabay na pag sabay na magsasend baga or magsusulat ng messages.xml, kailangan muna nilang humawak ng lock doon. Tapos kung sino yung may baga, for example, kung sino may hawak ng lock, siya yung makakapag-proceed. Para safe, para ang purpose niyan is para safe, para di makorrupt yung file. Ayun. Next, static session natin. Ito naman yung JMS session object. So, ginagamit siya para gumawa ng text messages kapag magsasend or magre-receive ng message. The next, static message producer, taga-send. Ito naman yung producer ng actual na nagpa-publish ng messages sa ActiveMQ. So, ginawa silang global fields like statics kasi kailangan silang ma-share across the different parts of the code. Unlike yung sa Messenger consumer, nakakapag-declare lang locally sa login listener. Tapos next, public static void main string args. Diyan sa main. Sa unang step, i-clear muna yung mga tao dito para sure na empty yung map bago mag-send ng user ay mag-load ng user. Tapos pag na-check kung existing na yung users.xml, tapos para pala guys, para i-check kung may existing na user na ba yung user.xml. Tapos kung wala pa, gagawa ng bagong XML file gamit yung document builder and transformer. Tapos may root element na users. Tapos loop through yung map para gumawa ng user elements with user password. Tapos ayun, isa-save lahat sa disk.user.xml. Pero kung meron naman na existing na user dun sa XML file, siya, magpa-parse yung XML file na yon, tapos loop through sa lahat ng user elements. So babasahin yung username, passwords, tapos history yon sa mga tao dito. Tapos yung catch block naman sa pinakababa, itong may exception. Kapag pag nag-error yung code, naka-system.out.println yung mga messages. So hindi na print stack trace. And yan lang. May echo on the next presenter po.
Hello po. Dito po, after users are loaded, the login UI is scheduled on the event dispatch threads using Swing utilities invoked later. This is required best practices. Swing component must be only be created and modified by from the entity to avoid thread safety issues. And the new version in anonymous runnable class is used instead of a method reference. The entire login window is built inside this single runnable rather than in a separate show login UI method like in the original. And dito naman po is we create the login window with a fixed size of 420 by 350 pixels and disable resizing so the layout never breaks. The null layout means every component must be positioned and manually using set bounds with exact pixel coordinates. And the set location relative to is centers to window on the screen. And exit on close terminates the entire application when this window is closed. The background color is a soft pink using RGB. Yan, and dito naman po is this is the pink title label of the top of the login window, and the new version the variable is named I1 instead of title. And set bounds places it at x equals 90 and y is equals to 30 and 30 pixels wide and 40 pixel tall. The foreground color is medium pink using RGB 219, 112 and 147. So yun. And dito naman po is the username label is placed at x equals to 50 and y is equals to 100, and the text field sets on its right at x is equals to 140 and 200 pixels wide and 38 pixels tall. The compound border gives the fields a rounded pink outline plus 10 pixels of top and bottom padding and 12 pixels of left and right padding for a clean, modern look. In the new version, the field is named uField. So, yun. And dito naman, the password labeled and field follow the same pattern. Place 55 pixel below the username row, and J password field work like a regular text fields but automatically replaces type characters with a dots for security. The same compound border style is applied for visual consistency. And the new version, the field is named FP field. So, yun. And dito naman po is we use the custom RND bot class for bot buttons. In the new version, the class is named RND bot, and instead of rounded button, register is on the left and light pink and login is on the right in hot pink. Both share the same y is equals to 235 coordinates, so they appear side by side on the same row. And in this part naman is the register button uses an anonymous action listener. Instead of a lam lam ano? Instead of lambda, if p failed get password, return a char array for security reason. So we convert it to a string with new string to compare and store it. And validation uses and if else chain rather than early returns. The first conditions check the check if either fields is empty using that equal instead of that is empty. The second check is if the username already exists in so if both check pass, the new user is added to the map and the file is saved immediately. And the save logic is written inline inside the listener rather than calling a separate method. It always builds a completely fresh XML documents from the current state of it does not offend. We create a document, create a root users element, loop through every map and entry to create a user element with username and password as attributes, then write the whole document to user.xml using transformer. And errors during saving are caught with an empty catch block and silently ignored. After saving, a success dialog is shown and both fields are cleared. So, yun po. So, next po.
Okay, so in my case, yeah, we create the topic name Messenger. So, ang topic is a publish subscribe destination where every subscribe client receives every messages na published dito. We create taga-send as a producer assigned to this topic and taga-tanggap as the local consumer. Taga-tanggap is declared as a local variable inside the try block kasi kailangan lang siyang ma-set up once and hindi na siya i-reference outside. So yeah, as we can see here that set yeah, as we can see here, the add action listener or the action listener. But before that, can we have the new message listener first? So yeah, from there, Annalisa, can you highlight the set message listener to the add action listener? Oh, okay, so yeah. So yeah, as you consider the I button add action listener or the new action listener, this one, which is the highlighted one. So this one, the login button also uses an anonymous action listener. So, kinukuha natin and tinitrim both fields the same way tulad ng isa sa register listener. Validation checks two conditions. In one, if statement, dapat existing yung username sa mga tao dito and dapat match yung stored password sa type 1. Kapag parehong true, sinisave natin yung username sa ako to for the whole session and dinidispose yung login window. So, can we highlight the second one, which is the TriActive MQ Connection Factory? So yeah. For this one naman, the biggest structural difference from the original is that the entire active MQ connection setup is done directly inside the login button listener instead of a separate connect JMS method. So, gumagawa tayo ng active MQ connection factory pointing to TCP or localhost.kineme, which is the standard default port ng active MQ. Diba? So, we create and start the connection. Kailangan ma-start ito before maging possible ang anumang messaging operations. So as we can see in the highlighted one, gumagawa tayong session with false for non-transacted mode, meaning messages are sent and received one at a time without needing a manual commit, and auto-acknowledge para automatic na mamamarkahan ng broker each messages as delivered once matapos yung listener. So, for the next one, as we can see, the string, part 1, part 2, and part 3. So, the lower one. Yeah. So, that one hanggang doon sa conditions, hanggang matapos yung condition niya. So, there, makikita natin that the messages listener is anonymous. Message listener registered on taga-tanggap. Automatic itong nagka-fire on background JMS thread every time na may dumadating na message sa messenger topic. So first, chinecheck natin if yung messages is a text messages or a text message rather. Then, ini-extract natin yung text and sinisplit ito gamit yung 5 character into exactly 4 parts. And the 4 parts, And then yung apat na part na yun is the sender, receiver, message body, and of course, the timestamp. So kapag less than 4 parts ang nakita, malformed yung message. Kaya magre-return agad tayo, which is kung yung 4 parts ay sinisave as R, or let's start as sa sender, which is the S, the receiver is the R, and message body as B, and the timestamp as P. So yun, yung apat na yun, yung apat ng parts, and then next are the two filter guards. So first, if the sender is as, so as we can see there, as is equals to ako to. There. So yan, makikita natin. Magre-return agad tayo kasi nirender na natin locally yung own messages natin yung sinend nito. Second, magko-continue lang tayo if the receiver is as or R equals ako to. Okay, gaya ng nasa highlight. So, meaning, ignore lahat ng messages para sa ibang users kahit na nadi-deliver ng topic sa everyone. Kahit pa yung na-deliver sa lahat, it would be ignored. So, if both filters pass, tinatawag natin yung I-save or is-save sa XML free para i-save yung mga messages sa desk. Like, UI updates only happen kapag true yung return value ng save. And kapag false, ibig sabihin, duplicate siya and walang dapat magbago sa screen. So, all UI update are wrapped inside Swing utilities invoked later. So, as we can see, gamit ang anonymous runnable kasi itong listener runs on the JMS background, thread, and Swing component should only be updated from the EBT. Kapag currently open yung sender's chat windows, check by comparing S to kausap ko ngayon, tatawagin natin yung gawa ng bubble. Para i-render yung incoming bubble, and then mag-scroll tayo to the bottom inline by calling set value or the get maximum directly sa vertical scroll bar ng scroll niya. So yeah. Kapag hindi open yung sender's chat, isi-set natin yung entry nila sa may bago ba, to, true, and tatawagin yung pakita, yung do or the true, yung that. So, under bottom, from list ng bottoms, para ipakita yung blue dot, included yung, di ba, as we can see before, doon sa demo, there's a blue dot, which is kapag nag-send yung messages. Yeah. If ever may messages dyan, makikita kayong blue dot. So, di ba yan yung blue dot? So, included din yung null check sa list buttons get S before calling pakita yung dot para maiwasan yung null pointer exception kapag hindi nahanap yung button. So, errors inside the listener are caught and printed gamit system out print line, which is nasa baba. Yung error tanggap MSQ plus X. Yes. Yes. So, instead of yun yung nilalagay natin dyan, which is the system out print line instead of e-print stack trace. So, let's come naman sa catch exception or MQ. Hanggang sa yung frame 1 set. So, hanggang sa yung frame 1. That entire code means that if the entire active MQ setup block shows an exemption, for example, kapag hindi running yung broker, ika-catch natin ito and magpapakita ng dialog saying active MQ not running. Then tatawagin pa rin natin yung open yung pangalawang screen para mag-open yung chat window although hindi gagana ang sending and receiving messages without an active connection. So, if wrong yung login credentials, for example, magpapakita tayo ng invalid username, password, dialog, which is wala nang ibang mangyayari if that happens. So, as we can see there, kunwari, o, diba? If ever na mali yung credential na input nyo, automatically mag-show yung invalid username or password dialog. So, yung frame 1 naman is to set visible if it is true and then is called last. After ma-set up lahat ng components and listeners, dito rin nag-runnable and swing utility invokes later. Later call na nag-wrap sa buong login UI. Dito rin nag-e-end ang main. So, yun lang. Kasi as you can see, the next one would start at the public static void na. So, dyan nagtatapos yung main. I will give that to Andrew. Thank you.
Public static void open yung pakalawang screen. So this method replaces show messenger UI from the original. It builds the entire main chat window and is called once right after a successful login. The name translates roughly to open second screen. So like this, like that, log in. So ito yung main. Yung main chat frame equals new jframe at usap tayo, ako to. So the main window is 800 by 600 pixels with resizing disabled and border layout which divide the frame into 5 name positions. We will use west for the sidebar and center for the chat area. So, eye side is 260 pixel wide left sidebar with a light pink background. It uses its own border layout, so the profile sections goes to the north and the scrollable contact panel goes to center. It goes to the north and the scrollable contacts panel goes to the center. And top box. So, prop box is the profile header panel at the top of the sidebar. It has a medium pink background and 12 pixels of padding on all 4 sides. So, pink background and 12 pixels of padding on all 4 sides. So, sa may bilog na, J-label ini. Hanggang sa bilog po. Okay na. The avatar named bilog, so the bilog meaning circle. It takes the first letter of the login username and displays it centered inside a green oval, so the letter L. Bilog is an anonymous JPanel subclass with an overridden paint component that draws the oval using graphics 2D. So it has anti-aliasing enabled for smooth edges. All three size constraints preferred minimum and maximum and are set to exactly 50 by 50 to prevent the layout manager from resizing it. So grid bug layout centers the letter label perfectly inside the circle. So set opaque pulse makes the panel transparent so only the drawn oval is visible. So note, in the new version, G2 is cast directly from the original graphics. Ay, kasama to. Cap. Dito tayo. Kay ba to? Note? Pinaintindihan. Kay ba to?
Dere, dere.
Okay. Diretso. Si RG man mag-edit. So, pangalan ko. Okay. The avatar goes to west and the username label to center of P left, which is a transparent border layout container with an 8 pixel horizontal gap between them and 8 pixel of inner padding on all sides. Wow. So sa J button, talag button 1. So the logout button uses a lambda listener. When clicked, it disposed the chat window and yung frame 1.set. When click logout, pag pinag-click, so it calls yung frame 1.set visible through to return the login screen. So this is different from the original, which called show login UI to create a completely new login frame. In the new version, the original login frame object is reused by making it visible again. This means the username and password fields will still contain whatever was typed last. Tap tap, JPanel tap tap. So, tap tap holds the profile into profile info on the left and the logout button on the right. Okay. Profile info on the left and the logout on the right. Profile info and logout button. And is added to the proof box which goes to north of the sidebar. Kaliwang panel stacks contact buttons vertically using box layout y_axis. It is wrapped in a J-scroll panel with no border, which is placed in the center of the sidebar. The complete sidebar is then added to the west of the main window. JPanel C-side. So, C side is the center chat panel using border layout. So, label sa taas at the north start as select user. Select user. Yun. Select user. And is updated to contact name when one click when one is clicked. Okay, pag pinag-click, okay, hi. So, gitnang panel stacks bubbles vertically and is wrapped in scroll nila placed at the center, filling all available space between the header and the input bar. My input bar. Okay, hello. HR. Hehehe. Hehehe. Input. Space. Okay. It's like messenger. So, ilalim. Ano ba? Yung J-panel ilalim. So, ilalim is the input bar at the bottom. Text input dito fills the center and stretches to take all available width. Send button is pinned to the east. Yung send button. Ayun. Both are placed in C side at south and the entire center panel is added to the main window at the center. Enter. Then, kaliwang panel naman tayo. Okay. Tara kape. Kaliwang panel that remove all. Hanggang sa catch exception IGN. So, in this, we clear the panel and reset may bago ba before populating. Every contact except ourselves starts with false. Then we scan messages.xml in line. This replaces the separate initialize unread statuses method from the original. For every message where the sender is not us but the receiver is us, we mark the sender's entry in my bago ba as true. This ensures unread dots appear correctly on first load even after the app is restarted. Errors here are silently swallowed with an empty catch. So, start so, for string hanggang sa BB, pakita yung dot. Pakita yung dot true. Okay. So, we skip the current user and create a white button with blue text for everyone else. Each button is 240 pixels wide and 48 pixels tall. The right border padding of 44 pixels intentionally leaves room for the blue unread dots drawn on the right side of the button. So the blue dot, blue circle. Where? Wala man. Ayun, that's the blue dot or circle. So, the button is stored in list ng buttons so we can reach it later. If the unread scan above already marked this contact as having unread messages, we call pakita yung dot true immediately so the dot appears as soon as the windows open. In the new version, this is done directly on the button rather than through a separate update user button method. So, BBB dot add action. Okay. Yun ba yun? Hindi yun. Ang tinaan na. Kanina BBB. Yun. Hanggang sa kaliwang panel. Okay. So, each button's click listener uses an anonymous action listener. When a contact is clicked, kausap ko ngayon is updated. Updated. Their unread flag is set to false. Pakita yung dot false. Removes the dot directly on the button reference. And label sa taas is updated to show their names. The message panel is then fully cleared with remove all, revalidate, and repaint before loading the conversation. Anong demo yun? Okay. Loading the conversation is done inline inside this listener rather than in a separate load conversation method. As in the original, we parse messages.xml, loop through every message element, read the sender, receiver, text, and timestamp fields, and call gawa ng bubble for any message that belongs to the conversation in either direction. The stamp is read with a length guard to protect against other saved messages that may not have a timestamp element. So, errors are silently ignored. After loading, we scroll to the bottom using swing utilities that invoke later with a lambda and a null check on the scroll nila. So each button is wrapped in a transparent flow layout panel with 6 pixels of vertical spacing between buttons, then added to kaliwang panel. Sa action listener and send action na. Hanggang sa yung main chat frame. Okay. Okay. So, the send action is defined as the named action listener variable so it can be assigned to both the button and the enter key on the text field. We guard against two invalid states first. First, no contact selected and empty message text using early returns. We capture the current time using local time.now that format ng oras. So, saan yung oras? Then build a pipe delimited string as sender, receiver, message tag, and timestamp. This is wrapped in a text message created from session natin and published via tagasend. We then save it to XML via isave sa XML pre and immediately render it as a right-aligned bubble via gawa ng bubble without waiting for the JMS listener to fire. Since we filter our own messages out on receive, scrolling is done in line with invoke later and a lambda. Finally, the text field is cleared. Send action is attached to both send btn or send button and text input dito. Yung main chat frame that set visible true is called last after all components and listener are in place. So I'm done, and the next is Russell Lagoymas.
Dito na tayo sa public static void, gawa ng bubble. This method replaces add message bubble. The name translates to make a bubble. It takes 4 parameters. The laman message is the message text, and the ako ba is a boolean meaning, or is it mine. Pangalan ng iba is the other person's name used for the avatar, at ang oras naman is for the timestamp string. The container funnel with uses flow layout. When ako ba is true, it aligns content to the right for sent messages. Sa left naman is for receiving messages. Next. For receive messages only, a small 28 pixels pink circle avatar is drawn to the left of the bubble showing sender first letter. This circle is an anonymous JFunnel subclass with an overridden faint component that draws the pink oval using graphics 2D or 2-dimensional. And the set of false makes the panel background transparent. Note, in the new version, anti-aliasing is not enabled for small avatar circle. Unlike the original, the graphics 2-dimensional is cast directly from G without calling gcreate. So no copy is made. Next. Ang internet lang. To the J panel, yung bubble kasi. The bubble panel is RND funnel. Pink, column 255, 105, and the 180 for send messages and white for receive ones. With a corner radius of 25 box layout, y-axis stacks the message text and timestamp vertically inside it. The maximum width is capped at 180 pixels to prevent very long messages from stretching across the full window. Next. So J level, M level na. Sa J level, M level naman, this message text is wrapped in an HTML div inside is a J level. Regular J levels do not word wrap but HTML wrap. So, text color is white on the pink center. The color is set using an if-else statement rather than a ternary. Sa if oras naman, if the oras string is not null and not empty, a small timestamp label is added below the message text. The timestamp is aligned and colored differently depending on whether is it a sent or received messages. Light aligned and very light pink for sent. If aligned naman and gray for received. The 4-pixel top border adds a small gap between the message and the timestamp. The bubble is added to the container. The container is added to gitnang panel. Revalidate tells the layout manager to recalculate positions for the new component. And repin naman redraws the panel so the bubble appears on screen. Nag-appear siya sa screen pag yung panel is the repaint. Next. The public static booleans is saved sa XML. This method replaces saved message from the original. The name translate loosely to save this to the XML please. It returns true the if message was saved and false if it was a duplicate or an error occurred. Sa new version, only the synchronized block or lock lang is used. The original also had the method itself marked as synchronized, making it doubly lock. But here only the inner block is used. So the effect is the same. Only one thread can execute this block at a time, preventing two simultaneous writes from corrupting the XML file. So dito naman tayo sa document builder DBB. Gumagawa tayo ng document builder each time. This method is called if messages.xml already exist. We parse it into a DOM document, or if not, meaning this is the very first message ever sent. We create a brand new document with a message root element. So, sa element root naman, get document element. So before adding anything, we look through every existing message element and compare all four fields: sender, receiver, text, and timestamp. If all four match exactly, the message is duplicated and return false immediately without writing anything. The timestamp is read with the length. Check first to protect against older saved messages that may not have timestamp element, which could cause a null point exemption. Sa ano naman tayo sa element message tag. We build the XML structure by creating a message element for child elements. So a sender, receiver, text, and the timestamp. Then setting their text content and appending them in order. The message element is appended to the root. Transformer converts the updated in-memory DOM or the document back into an XML file or on disk. DOM source wraps the document an input and stream result wraps the file as output. We return true on success. Then errors are capped and return false silently. In the new version, the stack trace is commented out, unlike the original which always printed it. Sa static class naman, RND panel dyan nagpiprint yung XML file. Then sa static class naman, RND panel extends JPanel. RND panel is the inner class that replaces rounded panel from the original. The fields are named kulay meaning color and kanto meaning corner radius. Both are package level without private. Set to false, fuck you. False is called in the constructor, so swing does not fill the default rectangular background before paint comment runs. Only the custom shape is drawn. So override naman tayo. gcreate gives us private copy for the graphics context, so our rendering settings do not affect other components. Anti-aliasing is enabled for smooth rounded corners. Fill round draws the rounded rectangle filling the full component bounds using the stone corner radius. For both the horizontal and vertical arc, G2 or the dispose releases the copied context resources, and super paint component is the called when the original context to render any child components, such as the message label or on the top rounded background. Sa RND button extends naman. RND button is the inner class that replaces rounded button. The unread flag is named may unread ba, meaning is there something new, so it starts as false. The constructor calls three methods to completely clear swing's default button rendering. So yung tatlo po is set content area field or the false removes the default gray rectangular background. Pangalawa is the set focus painted. False din po, removes The dotted focus rectangle shown when a button is selected via keyboard. Set border painted false removes the default border together. These three give us fully blank canvas to paint our own fill shape. Sa pakita yung dot naman. Pakita yung dot replaces set and read. From the original, it is named show the dot. When called with true, it enables in dot, and when called with false, it removes it. Repaint is always called immediately so that change is visible on screen right away. This method is called directly on button reference, retrieve from list ng buttons instead of going through a separate update user button method. Sa last is the override protected word paint component graphics. We call this graphics create to get a private copy of graphics content. Anti-aliasing is enabled for smooth edges, and we draw a fill shape rounded rectangular with a corner radius of 30 in the button's current background color. Then we call Super Paint component graphics, using the original context to let JButton render the text label on top. After the text is rendered, if my unread bar is true, we calculate the position of the blue dot with 12 pixels from the right edge of the button, vertically centered, and fill 10 pixels blue oval. The order is important. Super Paint component is called before the dot, which means the dot is painted on top of the text rather than underneath it. And the G-dispose releases the graphics copy at the end. Sa closing naman is braces close RND button, then messenger app class. Yun lang po.
Again, this is AMS application para tayo at Java-based real-time messaging application allows users to register, log in, and exchange messages through a simple and interactive chat interface. This system was developed using Java Swing for the graphical user interface, ActiveMQ with JMS for real-time communication, and XML for storing user accounts and chat histories. Thank you po.